doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Happy New Year! As you can see, I'm still here in New York. Just to preface, I usually go on my annual Christmas ski vacation up near Montreal in Canada, And I haven't been able to go for the past couple of years due to the COVID pandemic, where Canada has closed their borders for the past 2 years. Well, this year, they opened it up. So my buddy and I, Andy from Jericho, we take our families up to Canada and we planned a ski trip for this year. We put $2,000 down on a rental home up in Canada for a week, and we were all ready to go. But first, my brother from Los Angeles came for a visit because he had his company Christmas party in town. So he goes to the Christmas party and he goes karaokeing. They go drinking all night. And guess what happened? That's right. We were about 5 days away from leaving for Montreal. He came to visit with my mom. That's after his Christmas party. So during the day, we're having a good time at my house. We're having lunch, we're catching up and all that stuff. And around the evening time, he started feeling a little under the weather. He says, "Hey, can you take my temperature?" So he took his temperature and it was like 102. You know what I mean? He immediately put his mask on and says, "Uh-oh." So he goes home. He gets back home to Los Angeles, California, and he takes a in-home test, which you can't even find anymore because Omicron's gone nuts, right? Everybody's trying to find an in-home test, and you're waiting on lines for hours trying to get a PCR molecular test. Anyway, he takes a home test. It says positive. Next day, he wants to confirm it with a PCR molecular test, so he goes to one of those urgent care places, waits in line, gets his PCR test. It comes back positive. So he's got COVID. I'm worried about my mom because she's almost 80 years old. She's had her 3 booster shots, so she should be okay. Anyway, so now we're thinking to ourselves, what did my brother do after his Christmas party? I find out he goes and plays golf all day with my buddy Andy from Jericho. What happens next? Andy and his whole family, they go get a test, and both him and his wife are positive. 2 kids, negative. That's good. In the meantime, Andy and his family went and visited a family of 5 different families for a party. So those 5 families now have to go and get tests. They all came out negative. Of course, we spent a whole day at Andy's house 3 days after that. We had dinner, hung out and all that stuff. All 4 of us, we go get a test. We're all negative, thank goodness. But it's been one of those die-hard Christmases, you know what I mean? Not exactly a great day, but nobody died. Well, at least we didn't die, you know, or get COVID. So I've been moseying around the house for the past week or so, just watching Die Hard nonstop, one after the other. Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3, all the Christmas movies and stuff. Eating junk food, getting fat, doing a video here and there on product reviews that I have to catch up on. But that's been my story. We canceled the trip because we can't go. Canada won't let anybody that has COVID into the country. So we lost $2,000 on the house. What are you going to do? I want to thank Mark Lavasalo for buying a sticker. And also I've got a Christmas card here from my buddy Anthony Vento from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. West Allis, Wisconsin. Thank you very much, Anthony Vento. He's been a longtime subscriber. I really appreciate his generosity and thoughtfulness of sending a Christmas card. It's really nice, you know what I mean? Also, we've got a sticker from Eliminator Performance. They got a great YouTube channel, a lot of subscribers. This is the old man, Wayne. He's been talking to me back and forth for a few years now. He's been following me, and we did a sticker exchange. So thanks, Wayne, and happy holidays to you and Jake over at Eliminator Performance. Go check them out on YouTube. I'm going to put Eliminator Performance sticker on the Mowers and Blowers Wall of Fame! Right there on the insert coin thing. There you go. I wanted to show you real quick, my friend Alan over on the Gun Channel, he had a friend or nephew or something like that who had one of these things. This is a steel TS400 cut-off concrete saw. Anyway, I worked on one of these before. Biggest problem with these things is that there's so much fine dust output for one of these things, you know what I mean? And if you don't regularly change and inspect your air filter, right, a lot of that fine dust ends up into the combustion area where the piston and the rings and the bore, they all meet, you know. So what usually happens is that the rings to the piston get compressed inside, and they're stuck there because there's a lack of lubrication due to all the dust, you know. And so it doesn't come back out again. So, and usually a lot of the dust, it causes a lot of friction between the piston and the bore, and usually the piston and the bore are scored, and so you lose compression that way with the rings and the bore and the piston. So usually I'd say 80% of the time you'd have to replace basically the bore and the piston, you know what I mean? So it's a huge job, and these things are so expensive, you know. But I told him exactly what I just told you, and he says, well, would you take a look at it anyway? And I said, sure. So basically what I'll do is when I have time and it's not cold, I'll take the cover off and I'll spray some carb spray in there and try to get it to turn over. If it doesn't turn over at all, it means there's no compression, you know what I mean? Then I'll pour a little bit of two-stroke oil into the spark plug hole to try to make some compression, and then try it with the carb spray. And if it turns over, then you know that that's probably the problem. You can remove the muffler and with flashlight, and you can kind of see whether or not the condition of the rings and the bore and the piston are scored or not. But usually that's the problem. So it's a shame because, you know, these things are very expensive. But just wanted to show you what's on the horizon. Stay tuned for that. While I'm here, I wanted to show you guys a shipment I got from my friends over at HIPAA360.com. They're my new free supplier of parts, which is great, you know what I mean? So this is a kit that it comes with. I don't know why you would need 3 primer bulbs. These are primer bulbs for like snow blowers, you know what I mean? You need these because those two-stroke snow blowers, they're always blowing the primer bulbs, not so much the dual stages. I don't know why, but anyway, this comes with 3 of these primer bulbs, a gasket, and what this is it's a dual stage snowblower carburetor. Tecumseh Snow King has the straight fuel nozzle that comes out, not the 90-degree one. So this would work for apparently anything, you know. As you can see, the bottom there, the bowl nut is the old style where you could actually adjust the fuel mixtures with this screw over here. So this is actually pretty adjustable. As you can see, this button over here, you push it down, that's the fuel drain for the bowl. You know, if you wanted to drain all the fuel in your bowl, just press that, and you could probably store this for the summer, you know, when you summarize it for storage. So that's pretty cool. So this is what it came with, and you could use a lot of these during the winter, especially if you work on dual stage snow blowers a lot, which I haven't so far this year, but I have in the past, you know. These are very useful, and I'll just separate these because I use them for other things. I just want to make sure that I have 3 of them, I guess. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So 2. and I think 3. So they sent me 3 of them. Very nice of them. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. So this one has fuel lines with it. At least one fuel line. Yep, same one. So these are very useful to have. Keep it in your garage or your shed or your shop, because when you do run into a snowblower with that's 2-stage with the Tecumseh engine, you're going to need these in stock. Here's another 2 boxes that I got. It, as you can see, it has the gravity-fed fuel filters. I'll be honest, these look very cheap to me because you can see through it. You know, like the plastic, it's very thin. This is a auto choke Quantum, Briggs Quantum lawnmower, push mower carburetor. You can tell that it's the auto choke because it has that bracket for the air vane screw, and here's the choke lever here for that mechanism. So this is for a Briggs Quantum auto choke. It comes with a gasket, and I have a bunch of these now. Don't think I'm going to use too many of them because they always usually work. So I got 2 of those and 2 of these, 3 of these snowblower carburetors. It's very useful. I'm going to show you the next box in a second. Okay, the next box here I got about 2 days after that one. This is the most latest box that I got. I've got a air filter for a Briggs single-cylinder lawn tractor flathead engine. This is the kind of air filter for my Black Beauty, the Murray Select LT. It has a 12.5 single-cylinder flathead engine from Briggs, and this is the air filter for it. I requested it because I don't really have any, and I haven't changed my air filter for a long time. So thank you for that. I have these really heavy-duty fuel shutoff valves for Honda gas tanks. I figure since I have a Honda GX340 engine that I'm in the process of putting in my easy-go workhorse utility golf cart, I will finish that project eventually. It's just taken me a while. But these are the fuel shutoff valves for the gas tank, and it's like a petcock combination with a fuel shutoff. So these are very high quality. There's like 4 or 5 of them here. It's very heavy. So I requested that because I know I might need it, you know. And also an entire spool of .090 weed whacker trimming line. 3 pounds of it. .090. I thought that was very useful. So thank you for that. This is going to last me forever, you know what I mean? So those are some great things that are available on HIPAA360.com. If you guys would need some parts and stuff like that, they have a lot of parts, you know, and most of their carburetors come in kits, you know, where it comes with, you know, the gasket, the fuel line, the fuel filter, you know, everything you need for a tune-up on one of those things, whether it be your snowblower or your push lawnmower. So those are some great items from HIPAA360. Once again, I do appreciate you guys supplying it. They've been reaching out to a lot of YouTube small engine YouTubers and stuff because they want us to vouch for their products. And so far, I've made a few videos using their stuff, and it works just fine. You know what I mean? So go check out their website, HIPAA360.com, and I'll be continuing my videos as I have every week, every day actually. Lately I've been just getting my product reviews out of the way, and if you guys have read my announcement to the book or movie that I'm writing, and then you saw chapters 1 through 4 of my book Preppership, I just recently spent some time and wrote chapters 5 through 10, if you will. So I'm getting there, you know what I mean? It's a work in progress, but most of you guys so far that have seen my video about my book and the storyline and all that stuff, they say it's interesting and that it would make a good movie. So that it's good to know that you guys feel the same way that I do. I wouldn't write it unless I thought it was interesting. You know what I mean? And the only reason why I'm taking the time to write it is because I can't sleep at night because these ideas keep popping into my head. And if I don't get the ideas out of my head, I can't sleep. It's just, my head is always busy. You know what I mean? At night, you're lying in bed, the ideas are just circulating through your brain. And the only way for me to sleep is to get it out of my brain, have that personal relief that I wrote it down somewhere and it's on paper and it's out of my head. You know, and that's the only way I can sleep. Otherwise, you know, a guy like me, you know, my head's always busy, you know. It's not healthy to not get any sleep because you're so busy in your head all the time. You guys know what I mean, right? Anyway, so look for chapters 5 through 10 shortly in the next coming days or so. And then I'm going to get to work on getting some of my snow blowers out of the shed and fixing them in anticipation for any snow. So far, we haven't had any inkling of any snow, but it is cold enough, you know. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me on my die-hard vacation, my non-vacation update on my HIPAA 360 parts and what I've been doing for the past week. I'm not going on vacation. I'm just staying here in New York because the pandemic has ruined my vacation. Also, you know, a little bit of complacency on my brother's part, you know what I mean? And look, I can't blame my brother for it all. It's really kind of our fault too, you know what I mean? I should have asked him, was there any, you know, risk of you getting COVID during that Christmas party? How many people were there? How close were all these people? Was anybody masked, you know, and all that stuff? So I didn't really drill him on that stuff. He just came into the house and, you know, he could have gotten everybody sick, but he didn't. But my vacation's ruined. But, you know, c'est la vie. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? At least nobody died. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Because the UPS guy screwed this up. I'm going to see you next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.